Hey guys, how's it going? Playoff seedings have been set in the NFL. 12 teams: Broncos, Patriots, Texans, Ravens, Colts, Bengals on the AFC side, 1 through 6. And on the NFC side, we've got Falcons, 49ers, Packers, Redskins, Seahawks, and Vikings. Vikings needed a win on the last day to get the final playoff spot. There were 2 playoff spots up for grabs, both on the NFC side, the final wild card spot, and the NFC East champions spot. There were 5 teams going for it. It was Redskins, Giants, Bears, and Vikings all had a chance at the wild card spot, and the Redskins and Cowboys had a chance at the NFC slot, the NFC East slot. The Vikings got in with a win to the final playoff spot, and they ended up beating the Packers 37-34. A lot of people know. Adrian Peterson was 9 yards short of the record for most yards in a season by a running back. Had a tremendous game, huge game. Ponder played a good game. It was a great game. Anybody watched it? 37-34 Vikings. And then later on in the night, the Cowboys fell to the Redskins. Tony Romo had himself another awful day, another bad game in a playoff game, pretty much. We call it a playoff game, win or go home. And he had an awful game. That last interception ended up costing them. We got fooled by the, I don't remember who it was, linebacker, DN came in, made it look like he was going to rush, fell back with the running back. Tony tossed himself an awful little rainbow pass, easily picked off. Redskins pushing in for a touchdown, running the ball, and that was it. Season over for the Cowboys. But I'm going to talk about my predictions for this playoffs. I'm going to be honest. I think there are 4, maybe 5 really good teams, and the rest are kind of just dwindling there. One thing I don't like to bet playoff time is rookies. All right, rookies tend to not do well in the playoffs. Rookie quarterbacks. The only rookie quarterbacks ever win a Super Bowl, I think, was Kurt Warner. And we can kind of give him an exception because he'd been playing football for a while. He went through college, then he'd been playing in Canada or Europe. I don't remember which one of the two. He'd been playing there for a while before he was picked up by someone in the NFL, the Rams. So I kind of tend to lean away from that. Rookies straight out of college, I don't think have ever won a Super Bowl. I don't think rookies straight out of college have won 2 games in the postseason, in their first postseason before. I may be wrong on that, obviously, but I tend to steer away from rookies. And first matchup this weekend was Bengals-Texans. All right, Texans have been reeling. All right, they blew the 1 seed. Like, they had 3 weeks to clinch it, couldn't do it, and ended up falling to the 3 seed. They've been playing really poorly. Lost this week to the Colts in a game that meant something. Obviously, the Colts were riding high on Pagano coming back and things of that nature, but no excuses, I guess. And the Bengals came in pretty hot. They started 3-5, I think, got into the playoffs. They're 10-6. Won last week, home to the Ravens. Obviously, Ravens backups and things of that nature. But and I'm gonna go ahead and pick Cincinnati to win this football game. And not necessarily because Cincinnati's been playing well, it's because Houston's been playing really poorly. They haven't put up many points lately. 16 to the Colts. I don't remember who they played the week before. 6 to the Vikings, things of that nature. And they just haven't been putting up points, and they've been giving up plenty of points. 28 to the Colts, 23 to the Vikings, against what was supposed to be a good defense. And if you can't put up points against the Bengals, you're going to lose that football game because they can score reasonably well, but their defense is top 10, easy. And their line they've got a great line. Great defensive line. The offensive line is pretty good. Running back, Green Ellis is a rock. Nice, solid running back. And Andy Dalton has been getting better with his nice young receivers. A.J. Green is obviously a stud. And they're going to score their share of points. I don't know if Houston can score its share of points, especially the way Matt Shaw's been playing as of late, turning the ball over, hasn't been throwing touchdowns. Arian Foster's been in and out as of lately. So I'm going to go with the Bengals in an upset first week. First game of the postseason. I don't really have a score for you if you want to score. 24-16. Sounds about right to me. So yeah. Next game, I think, is Packers-Vikings, and they just played. Obviously, I was just telling you about that. But I'm going to go with the Packers here. They're home this time. They won the first meeting at home via a couple lucky little things. But I'm going to go with the Packers. I think when it comes to playoff time, running the ball is always nice, but I think the best thing in this day and age is to have a great quarterback. And I think Aaron Rodgers is good quarterback. You could see how upset he was if you were watching the Green Bay game last week against the Vikings. He was emotional, irritated, out in everyone's face. He wanted that, and they didn't get it, and I imagine he'll want this one even more, and I think he'll be the difference, and I think the Packers end up winning this one. Adrian Peterson will get his share of yards and touches and things of that nature. I don't know if Christian Ponder can play as well as he did this week. Next week in Lambeau, first time in the playoffs. Second year quarterback. I just think the Packers win this one, 31-17. I don't know which game is first on Sunday, so I'll just pick the Redskins game right now. Redskins-Seahawks. Redskins home to the Seahawks. Two surprising teams this year. Well, a lot of people weren't surprised that Seattle doing what they did, but a lot of people were surprised at how Seattle did what they did. A lot of people thought Matt Flynn was going to come in. They were a decent team last year. Just make them one step up, and it wasn't. It was Russell Wilson who came in, and he came in and made them 2 steps better. He's been a revelation this season, as has RG3. But I'm going to pick the Redskins here, and this is either way. I don't know what the line is technically. That should be a pick, really, in my opinion. But I'm going to lead toward the Redskins here. 2 rookie quarterbacks, as I said. Rookies aren't too good in the playoffs. So I'm going to stick with the home team, especially because Seattle doesn't win too much on the road. I think they're 3-5 this year on the road against the Bears, Packers. I think they won that game on the road. Or, I don't know. I don't remember which road games they win. I think they're 3-5. Point is, they're not too great on the road. Redskins, pretty decent at home. And the thing about Seattle's defense is they're great against the pass. Problem with the Redskins is they don't pass a lot. It's like 14, 15 times a game, it seems, that they pass the ball. If Seattle can stop the run, which no one really has yet, then they'll win the football game. If they can't, they're not going to win this football game. I think Seattle will put up points. I think they can put up points. I think the Redskins will put up points. Not as much as anyone is thinking. I heard a couple scores out there like 45-38. No, it's not going to be that high. I'm leaning toward 28-24 Washington. Alfred Morris being the big deal this game. Redskins defense, we're going to have to come up big in the red zone for this one. Seattle's very difficult to score on. They got some great backside players. Sherman, Browner, those players. Sherman won his appeal, so he will be playing this playoff season. So the run game is extremely important. And the best thing about the Redskins defense is that they can stop the run. Marshawn Lynch is a beast, obviously. But if they can keep him contained, they have a better chance of winning this game. So I'm going to go with Washington, 28-24. And the final wild card game this weekend is Ravens-Colts. And I've been flipping backward and forward on this one because the Colts have been playing really well and the Ravens haven't. But I'm going to stick with the Ravens here. They're home. I like their chances against their rookie quarterback. I know he's been playing out of his mind. So most of the rookie quarterbacks have been playing out of their mind. But I really think the Ravens here. This is where experience comes into play. I mean, huge win last week for the Colts. Pagano returned, and they played their hearts out for him. And it's a great story, and I love seeing that. I just think the Ravens are too much this game. I think they're pretty decent at scoring sometimes, the Ravens. Not as of late, but I think the home field helps. And I think the fact that everyone gave their all last week for the Colts to win that football game gives them a little less this week. And I just think the Ravens win this one. Ray Lewis returns, gives them a boost on defense. Not necessarily playing better, but he gives that, everyone knows he gives out that heart that lifts the team up and those things like that. So Ray Lewis's first game back since, I don't know what week it was, when he tore his bicep or tricep or whatever it was, helps the Ravens win this one. I like the score 24, what do you want, 18, 19, something like that. One score game. I don't think this is a blowout, but yeah. So yeah, guys, this is my wild card picks. I guess part 2 will be the next 4 games, and then the last one will be my Super Bowl picks. I think it'll be 3 parts, I imagine. But so yeah, guys, my 4 winners this weekend: Redskins, Bengals, Ravens, Packers, and that'll set up matchups: Broncos versus Bengals, Patriots and Ravens, and then Packers, Niners, Falcons, Redskins, which will be some good football games. But yeah, guys, that's how I think it'll play out this weekend. So yeah, follow me on Twitter. Go subscribe to my other channels. They're in the description, and watch part 2 for the rest of my predictions. So yeah, guys, peace.